Hey, everyone, and welcome back to AI Unraveled, the show that, well, unravels AI for you. This podcast is created and produced by Etienne Neumann. He's a senior software engineer and a passionate soccer dad from Canada.
Sounds easy.
He is. Anyway, today we're diving into the AI Chronicle from February 26, 2025.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it was a wild ride. Buckle up.
Yeah, it's amazing how much happened in just one day.
I know, right?
Oh,
So much to unpack. But before we get into it, a quick reminder to hit that subscribe button on Apple Podcasts. You won't want to miss our future deep dives, trust me.
definitely subscribe.
Okay, so first up, Google just dropped a bomb. They launched a free AI coding assistant.
Free. Wow, that's a big deal.
Right? It's like having an AI pair programmer right there in your IDE,
Mm.
helping you write better code faster.
It's a game changer, especially for independent developers and smaller companies. They might not have been able to afford these kinds of tools before.
Exactly. And this move by Google puts pressure on everyone else, GitHub Copilot, OpenAI, to step up their game and make their AI more accessible.
For sure, competition is good.
It is. And it's not just Google making waves. Alibaba is open sourcing their Queen of models with some serious upgrades to their reasoning abilities.
Interesting. What kind of upgrades are we talking about?
They're focusing on logic and decision-making, which could be huge for fields like financial modeling, even scientific research.
That's fascinating. So both Google and Alibaba are offering these powerful AI tools for free.
Yeah, it's like they're saying, here you go, world. Let's see what you can create.
I love that. It could lead to an explosion of creativity and innovation.
Absolutely. Speaking of pushing boundaries, Anthropic's Claude 3.7 Sonnet is out now, and it's got this hybrid reasoning thing going on, which is pretty amazing.
Hybrid reasoning, what's that?
So it basically helps Claude solve problems in a more human-like way by breaking them down into steps and considering different options.
Oh, I see. Like a more intuitive approach.
Yeah, exactly. And with their extended thinking mode, you can actually see how Claude arrives at its conclusions.
That's really important, that transparency. It helps build trust in AI systems.
Okay, get ready for this. AI agents can now talk to each other directly. They're using this new sound-based protocol called Gibberlink. It's wild.
Whoa, it's like they've developed their own language.
Right, a secret language for AI. It allows them to share information and coordinate actions way more efficiently than before.
This has huge implications for multi-agent systems. Imagine swarms of AI working together on complex tasks, like logistics or disaster response.
It's like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it's happening now.
Yeah.
And AI isn't just changing the future, it's already transforming our everyday lives. Amazon just launched Alexa Plus.
Alexa Plus, what's different about it?
It's their next-gen AI assistant. Way more intuitive and personalized than before. Like, it practically reads your mind.
That's incredible. And have you heard about Perplexity AI's new browser, Comet? It uses AI to deliver a totally personalized search experience.
Yeah, it's like the future of search. Traditional search engines might be in trouble.
Possibly. But before we get into the legal battles brewing in the AI world, let's pause for a moment.
Oh yes, good point. We want to thank all of our listeners for tuning in to AI Unraveled. We love creating this show for you and sharing our passion for AI.
Absolutely. And speaking of passion, we pour our hearts into this show to bring you the most insightful and engaging content. But we rely on your support to make it happen.
If you're enjoying this deep dive, please consider supporting us through a donation.
Every contribution, no matter how small, helps us keep this podcast free and accessible to everyone. You can find the donation links in the show notes.
Thanks for your support. All right, now back to the AI news. Not everyone is thrilled about the rise of AI, especially when it comes to intellectual property. Chegg, the online education platform, is suing Google.
Oh, wow. What's the lawsuit about?
They're claiming that Google's AI-generated search summaries are stealing their content.
That's a big accusation. It really highlights the tricky issue of copyright in the age of AI. Where do we draw the line between AI assistance and plagiarism?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And how do we protect creators' rights while still fostering innovation? It's a tough balance.
It is. And speaking of potential overreach, security researchers have found a problem with GitHub Copilot.
Uh-oh. What kind of problem?
Even after code repositories are made private, Copilot can still access code that was previously exposed.
Wait, seriously? That raises some big questions about data privacy and security in AI development.
Right. It's a reminder that we need to be super careful as we build these powerful AI tools. We have to make sure user privacy is protected every step of the way. And it seems like we haven't seen the last of these kinds of issues cropping up.
Definitely something to keep an eye on. But let's shift gears for a moment. Have you heard about Alibaba open sourcing their Sora-style video models?
Oh, yeah, that's a big one. Think high-quality AI-generated videos, but now accessible to, well, pretty much anyone.
That's huge. So instead of needing expensive studios and fancy equipment, anyone can potentially create professional-looking videos using AI.
Exactly. Imagine the impact this could have on independent filmmakers, YouTubers, even educators. It's really quite remarkable.
It's like putting a Hollywood studio in everyone's pocket.
In a way, yeah. It's another example of how powerful AI tools are becoming increasingly democratized.
But with any powerful technology, we have to consider the potential downsides as well.
Of course, there are always two sides to the coin.
We've already seen examples of AI being used to create deepfakes and spread misinformation.
Yeah.
And as these video generation tools become more readily available, we need to be extra vigilant.
Absolutely. Education and awareness are key. People need to understand how to identify manipulated content and be critical of what they see online.
It's more important than ever to think critically and check your sources. Speaking of potential risks, remember that issue with GitHub Copilot where it could access code from private repositories? That was a bit unsettling.
It was a wake-up call for sure. It highlighted the need for robust security measures and data privacy protocols in AI development. We can't afford to be complacent.
Well, on a lighter note, at least some AI is out there having fun. Did you hear about Anthropic's Claude playing Pokemon Red live on Twitch?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. An AI making real-time decisions in a dynamic environment like that. It really shows how far AI has come.
Who knows, maybe one day we'll see AI competing in esports at a professional level.
I wouldn't rule it out. And speaking of pushing boundaries, have you heard about Elon Musk's Grok? It just got a voice upgrade, and get this, it can curse, scream, and even be sarcastic.
Hold on, really? An AI that can express those kinds of emotions.
Yep, you heard that right. It can even mimic different accents and speaking styles.
It's fascinating from a technological standpoint.
Yeah.
But I can't help but feel a little uneasy about it. I mean, imagine an AI system that can use emotionally charged language to manipulate people or spread hate speech. That's a scary thought.
You bring up an important point. AI is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad. Ultimately, it's up to us, the humans behind the technology, to ensure it's used ethically and responsibly.
Before we continue, I want to thank all our listeners for tuning in to AI Unraveled. We're thrilled you're here with us.
And speaking of support, we want to remind everyone that this podcast is a labor of love, and we rely on donations to keep it free and accessible to all.
If you're finding value in this deep dive and you appreciate what we do, please consider making a donation. Every little bit helps us cover production costs and keep this podcast ad-free. You can find all the donation links in the show notes.
We believe everyone should have access to high-quality information about AI regardless of their financial situation, and your donations make that possible. Thank you.
All right, back to the whirlwind of AI developments. The world of tech finance is buzzing about some major investments in AI infrastructure. Meta is reportedly dropping a cool $200 billion to build the largest AI data center network in the world. That's a mind-boggling amount of money.
It's a bold move, but it shows how seriously Meta is taking AI. They're not alone either. Salesforce and Google are deepening their partnership, integrating Google's powerful AI model Gemini into their customer service platform Agentforce.
It seems like AI is about to become even more integrated into the tools and services we use every day, from how we communicate to how we shop, work, and even learn. It's changing everything.
And it's happening so fast. Alibaba also announced a $52 billion investment in cloud computing and AI infrastructure over the next 3 years. That's more than they've spent in those areas over the past decade combined.
It's an AI arms race.
Yeah.
But even with all these tech giants competing, it's good to see smaller players making some noise too. Like, Nothing? The company known for its sleek, minimalist designs, they're launching a new AI-powered phone, the Nothing Phone 3A.
I saw that. And they had a humanoid robot from 1X called Neo Gamma unbox the phone in their promotional video. It was pretty slick.
It's a brilliant marketing move, and it shows how AI is popping up in unexpected places.
For sure. And speaking of AI reaching a wider audience, Meta AI is now available in Arabic across 10 countries in the Middle East and North Africa. Millions more people will now have access to text generation, image creation, and animation tools powered by AI.
It's incredible to see how AI is becoming a global phenomenon.
Absolutely. As we continue to explore and develop AI, it's crucial to consider the diverse cultural and societal contexts that will shape its adoption around the world.
It's a fascinating and complex landscape, and we're just beginning to scratch the surface.
We'll be back in a moment with the final part of our deep dive. Don't go anywhere.
We're back for the final stretch of our AI deep dive, and the hits just keep on coming.
There's certainly no shortage of exciting developments to talk about. One that caught my attention is OpenAI's move to expand access to their deep research feature in ChatGPT.
Oh yeah, the one that lets you really go deep on a topic and get super detailed results.
Exactly. It's been a game changer for researchers, students, anyone who needs to analyze a lot of information quickly. They're making it more widely available, although free users still have limited queries compared to the Pro tier.
It's a step in the right direction, that's for sure. And speaking of big moves, have you heard about Anthropic's potential funding round?
The rumors are swirling, and let's just say the valuation is, well, impressive to put it mildly. Investors are clearly seeing something special in Anthropic's approach to AI development.
Their focus on safe and beneficial AI seems to be resonating. And it's not just investors who are excited. Companies like DeepSeek are also pushing hard to accelerate their release timelines for advanced AI systems. It feels like we're on the verge of some major breakthroughs.
It's an exciting time to be following the AI world, but amidst all the hype about cutting-edge technology and these massive investments, it's great to see a focus on making AI more accessible to everyone.
Absolutely. Like OpenAI just rolled out a new advanced voice feature for free ChatGPT users powered by their GPT-4o mini model.
It's a big step towards making sophisticated conversational AI more inclusive.
So now, even if you're not paying for ChatGPT, you can still experience what it's like to have a natural, intuitive conversation with an AI.
That's right. And it's not just OpenAI. Microsoft is also removing usage limits on their Copilot voice and Think Deeper features for free users. It's great to see this trend toward greater accessibility across the board.
It really does democratize access to these powerful tools. But as AI becomes more and more integrated into our lives, it's crucial to consider the potential impacts on various industries and professions.
The music industry, for instance, is grappling with some significant challenges right now.
You're talking about those musicians who released a silent album in protest of proposed copyright changes in the UK.
Yes, over 1,000 musicians participated. They're concerned that the changes could allow AI companies to use copyrighted music without explicit permission.
It's a complex issue with no easy answers.
Absolutely. As AI gets better at creating original content, we need clear legal frameworks and guidelines to protect the rights of artists and creators.
It's definitely something that needs careful consideration. While the music industry sorts through those challenges, other companies are focused on building up the foundation of AI, which is data. IBM, for example, is acquiring data stacks to boost its AI capabilities.
Data is the fuel that powers AI, so it makes sense that IBM is making a strategic move to strengthen its data infrastructure.
But it's not just about gathering massive amounts of data. Companies like Luma Labs are working on enhancing AI's creative potential. They just added a feature to their AI-powered video editing tools that lets users generate synced audio for their video output.
It's amazing. Imagine being able to create a professional-sounding soundtrack for your video without any musical knowledge. It's another example of how AI is transforming creative workflows and empowering individuals.
It's mind-blowing to see how quickly this technology is evolving and the sheer variety of ways it's being applied.
Yeah.
It's a bit overwhelming at times, to be honest.
I understand. It's a lot to take in. The potential of AI is both exhilarating and, well, a little daunting.
Exactly. That's why it's so important to have these conversations. We need to explore the ethical implications of AI and discuss how to ensure that it's used responsibly and for the benefit of humanity.
We encourage all of our listeners to stay curious, keep asking questions, and contribute to the dialogue about the future of AI. And hey, if you're a business or professional looking to reach a large and engaged audience, why not consider advertising on AI Unraveled?
Your support helps us keep this podcast free and accessible to everyone. Together, let's navigate this complex and ever-changing AI landscape and create a future where technology truly empowers us all.
Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey through the world of AI. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay ahead of the curve.